Hey everybody, welcome to day 8. Today is a progression from yesterday, working again on the hips and getting a little bit deeper into it. You may need a yoga belt or a tie or even like a resistance band, something that you can hook around your foot if you find it challenging to grab hold of your foot. You'll see what I mean in a second. We'll start laying on the back. So come down and begin with this connection to the earth, noticing where the body is in connection with the ground, where you're being supported. Allow yourself to dissolve and allow yourself to accept that support. No matter what we go through in life, the earth is always here for us. And if you're ever feeling anxious or overwhelmed or stressed, simply grounding yourself and sensing that connection can make a big difference. Wonderful. Bring the feet flat to the earth so the knees are pointing to the sky. And we'll focus on the right side of the body, the right leg. Bring the right knee in towards the chest and take the left hand and grab hold of the right foot. So if you are finding this challenging, remember you can use a prop to help make your arm longer. So props aren't a sign of inadequacy, they are actually things that elevate our practice. So finding the version for you, just start to straighten and bend the knee. And as you do this, notice where the sensation is coming from. Maybe you start to move the hip joint. So moving the thigh bone in towards the body, then out, bending and straightening. There's no right or wrong way to do this. This is a practice of exploration and sensation. Okay, pause for a moment, just hook your foot over the bent left leg in a figure 4 and we'll move on a little bit. So taking the right hand behind the head for support, grab hold of this right foot again with the left hand, and this time as you straighten the leg, lift the upper body up so you're rounding the spine forward in a flexion and then come down. And we'll do this a few times. So as you come up, notice where you feel it. Excuse me. Is there a difference if you just lift the head up? Or if you lift the whole of the spine? Well, not the whole of the spine, the upper back. And come down. So I notice when I go higher, I feel it in the left collarbone. So you may be different to me. And then release, come to settle. Pause for a moment with the knees pointing up towards the sky. And then gently push yourself up. And we'll come into a butterfly posture with the legs. So the soles of the feet together and the knees are apart. We're actually going to bring the hands behind, grounding down and lifting the chest. Face up to the sky, throat exposed, and then on an exhale, rounding the spine forward in this flexion, allowing the shoulders to round forward, and then coming up again. And move with the breath. Notice how it feels in the body. Maybe you need to reposition the hands a bit. We will all look different doing this. And we'll probably all feel different as well. One more. And then release. And we'll come back onto the back and we'll do that all on the left side. So starting with the knees pointing up to the sky. Feeling equally supported in both halves of the body. Then bending the left knee and reaching across and grabbing with the right hand. And then starting to bend and straighten the leg and playing around with where the foot is. Is the foot more to the midline? Is it more over to the left side of the body? Noticing where the sensation is occurring as you move the knee, bending it and straightening it. A couple more of these. And then just settling in a figure 4. We'll bring the left hand behind the head for support. Grabbing hold of the left foot again with the right hand, and this time as you straighten the leg, lift the upper body up, and then we come down. And again, playing around with this, playing around with the degrees of motion. Are you lifting just the head and bringing it towards the chest? Or are you lifting the upper back up? And getting more of a flexion in the upper spine. Noticing where you're feeling it. And remember, you can always hover anywhere that feels a bit sticky. Just doing what feels good for you, feels right, and then release down. And we'll make our way up to butterfly again. Bringing the feet together and then lifting the chest up to the sky and then sinking back and rounding. Maybe you play with a different angle of the knees for this second one. So the closer the feet come towards the groin, the more openness in the hip that is required. So we'll just bring the feet flat to the earth and we'll round over the knees in a little ball, releasing forward, breathing deep. Then gently come up. And that is today's practice, which was working a little bit deeper into the hips and the spine as well, and the shoulders, everything all together. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow for day 9. Thank you for practicing with me.